Hi, kids. Welcome back to the fort. Miss Flowers here, and we are about to start a brand new Dragon Masters book, and it's called Power of the Fire Dragon. So let's get started. Chapter 1. Hold Your Fire. Vulcan, no! Rory yelled. Her big red dragon shot fire from his mouth. The fire hit a bush, and the bush burst into flames. Shoo, quickly, called out. A blue dragon darted through the air. A stream of water flowed from her mouth onto the fire. Thank you, Shoo, said Bo, petting his water dragon. Vulcan, Rory said to her dragon, I said to hold your fire. Maybe he only heard fire, said Drake, trying to be helpful. Drake was 8 years old and a dragon master. His friends Rory, Bo, and Anna were dragon masters too. A magic stone called the Dragon Stone had chosen them, and each of them had a dragon to care for and to train. Today, all four dragon masters and their dragons were in the Valley of Clouds behind King Roland's castle. They were getting ready for a special event. Rory, you must keep Vulcan under control, warned Griffith. The wizard had trained the dragon masters. He turned to the others. King Roland will be here soon, and he wants to see what your dragons can do. Is he really going to take us and our dragons to the kingdom of Arkwood? Asked Anna. Her eyes were shining. I've heard that Queen Rose's summer festival is wonderful. Yes, Griffith replied. The king plans to show off the dragons at the festival. Then the dragons won't be a secret anymore, said Drake. We can finally tell our families about them. And everyone will see what an amazing dragon Vulcan is, Rory added. Griffith looked worried. What's wrong, Griffith? Asked Anna. I do not know if it is safe to bring the dragons out, he replied. I tried to tell King Roland about Maldred the Dark Wizard. I told him that Maldred might be planning to attack, and the king just laughed and said he was not afraid of any old wizard. But Maldred is dangerous, Drake said. He spied on us. His dark magic made Khepri sick, and he almost stole the dragon stone. Griffith nodded. I know. Rory balled up her fists. If Maldred attacks, Vulcan and I will stop him. Vulcan is the strongest dragon ever. Bo looked at Drake and shook his head. Rory was always bragging about Vulcan. You are brave, Rory, said Griffith, but you and Vulcan have not made a connection yet, and until you do, you must be careful. Rory's face got red, and she looked away. Each of the dragon masters wore a piece of the magical dragon stone. When they were connecting with their dragons, their stone glowed green. Drake, like Anna and Bo, could hear his dragon's voice inside his head. But this had not happened to Rory yet, and Drake knew it bugged her to be last. We may not have connected yet, Rory said, but that doesn't mean we couldn't fight Maldred if he attacked. Just then a soldier walked into the valley. All welcome King Roland the Bold. Chapter 2. The Dragon Show. King Roland marched across the grass. He was a big man with red hair and a bushy beard. 6 guards marched behind him. The dragons are looking fine, wizard, he said in his booming voice. He nodded at Worm. Even that brown one. The king has never seemed to like Worm, Drake thought. So what if he looks like a big brown worm? He is a powerful earth dragon. I'm glad you are pleased, your majesty, said Griffith. I am not pleased yet, the king said. I need to see what these beasts can do. This is the first time that I will show my dragon army to the world. When we march into the kingdom of Arkwood, everyone will be amazed. Anna stepped forward. They're not an army. They're just dragons. A guard glared at Anna. Silence, girl, he barked. They are more than just dragons, said the king. When word gets out that my kingdom is protected by dragons, nobody will dare attack us. Maldred might attack us, Drake thought, but he did not say that out loud. If the king didn't listen to Griffith's warning, he wouldn't listen to mine. Griffith clapped his hands. Dragon Masters, let us show King Roland what you can do. Please line up. The Dragon Masters had practiced for days, and Drake felt excited. He couldn't wait for King Roland to see Worm's powers. Griffith turned to the king. First, I would like to present Bo and Shoe, his water dragon. Bo stepped forward and bowed. Then he waved his hand at Shoe. Shoe floated in the air above them. Her blue scales shimmered. She opened her mouth and a stream of water came out. It flowed into a circle around them. Then the water turned into misty droplets and fell to the ground. King Roland nodded, smiling. And now I present Anna and Kepri, her sun dragon, Griffith announced. Anna climbed onto Kepri and sat in the saddle. She patted her neck. Then the slim white dragon flew up into the sky, and Kepri did what she did best. She swirled and looped in the air. On her way down, Shoe sprayed misty water into the air, and Kepri sent a sunbeam out of her mouth. Together they made a rainbow. Oh, said the guards. Even King Roland was staring in wonder. Rory and her fire dragon are next, said Griffith, pointing. Drake was nervous. It would be his and Worm's turn soon. First, Vulcan would shoot fire in the air where it couldn't hurt anything. Then Worm would use his mind powers to lift all three dragons into the air. He watched as Rory and Vulcan flew up and up and up. Vulcan, fire! Rory yelled. Vulcan didn't listen. He flew down to the ground, and when he landed, he let out a loud roar. Whoosh! A stream of fire shot from his mouth. Then a strong wind blew through the valley. No, Vulcan, Rory yelled. The flame charged right at King Roland. Wow. All right, we'll pick up tomorrow night with Chapter 3.